Hey everybody, it's Erin here with your Body Mind Bite, and we are coming up on the end of the year, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to review and reflect a little bit about your year and hopefully come up with some new insights that'll help guide you into your 2024. So if you know who I am, wonderful. It is great to see you. Hello, hi. And if you are new to my page, if you're new to me, my name is Erin. I am an embodiment coach, which means I help you get out of your head and into your body so you can start making decisions and choices that align with the life that you love and want and deserve. So, I wanted to offer you the opportunity to reflect and review on your year so far. We have a little over a month to the end of 2023, and it's a really beautiful opportunity as we're gearing up to the end of the year to reflect and take a look back on everything that we've accomplished in the year. It can be so challenging to look back and to really make the time to reflect, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a tidbit opportunity to do that and hopefully find some insights from 2023 that will guide you into 2024 with some focus and some clarity. So in 2023, what were some of your most significant lessons? What were some lessons that you learned, whether it was through an experience, whether it was through a person, whether it was through a trial, right? Something that was really challenging that happened to you, for you, is what we like to say. And and how did that influence your growth? So the lesson that you learned, if you were to take one of those examples, how did that influence your growth? What sort of insight did you take from that lesson, from that challenge, from that experience, from that person, and use that to progress your growth? And it's also really important to make a note here as well that if you didn't use that lesson to progress your growth, that's okay too. That's okay too. You are a human. Life is big, life is messy, and that's okay too. It's important to take note of that as you're moving forward as well, to maybe approach the lessons that you are taking from experiences and applying all of that insight to where you want to go, right? Number 2, what accomplishments in 2023 are you most proud of? I always use this analogy, and especially if you're an entrepreneur, I know you can relate to this, where, all of our lives, especially if we are working really hard towards a goal or multiple goals, we are climbing this mountain. And when you're climbing this mountain, you're focused on climbing the mountain. You're climbing the mountain, you're climbing the mountain, you're climbing the mountain. And we forget, we're so busy climbing and watching our next step and, looking at where we're going and focused on the top, that we forget to turn around and enjoy the freaking view. We forget. And the view is extraordinary, right? Seeing how far we've come is a really, really beautiful thing. But so frequently we just forget to do that altogether. So I want you to take a moment, and maybe you can take out a journal or something like that, or even just take some time to really reflect on this. What accomplishments this year are you most proud of? And a great sub-question for that is, right, what about that makes you proud? Why are you proud of that? What was challenging about that you overcame? These are really important reflections. Number 3, how did you step out of your comfort zone this year, and what insights did you gain from that? So we all know in our head, right, that it's so important to step out of our comfort zone, but more often than not, we don't, and that's what keeps us stuck. So I'm curious how you stepped out of your comfort zone in 2023 and what you learned from that experience. This is an important one because the more we reiterate to our body, our brain, and our nervous system that stepping out of our comfort zone is not a dangerous thing inherently, but rather a stepping stone to really big growth and expansion and ease, right? The more we perpetuate that narrative to our bodies, our nervous system, and our mind, the easier it is to step out of our comfort zone and to work towards our goals, even though there might be some challenging comfort zone barriers there, right? So it helps to look back on experiences where you did step out of your comfort zone to remember that you did survive that, and maybe it was challenging in a lot of different ways, but you still did it. And remembering what you gained from that allows this positive reinforcement cycle that encourages you to do it again, right? Question number 4, what habits supported you and your growth this past year? So in 2023, if you think all the way back to the beginning of the year, what habits did you build and create and maintain that supported your growth, that supported your goals, that supported your self-care, that supported you in becoming the person that you wanted to become this year, right? And this is an important one too, because we can start to realize the flip side of that, where maybe we found or created or maintained some habits that were not super duper helpful. And if we don't take the time to reflect on that, both the supportive habits and the less than supportive habits, then we're just going to go off of default, right? And we don't want to do that. So what habits supported you and your growth this year? Think of some examples and then pick and choose which ones support the life that you want to create for yourself in 2024. And creating sort of a system to maintain that, there's the awareness and then there's the system to maintain that, is going to be huge for you, because all these little habits, especially if it's truly a habit and you don't think about it too much when you're doing it, if that's already built and established, you can maintain that much easier and you can build on it as you go into 2023. Question number 5. What are you most looking forward to in 2024? What are some of your big, hairy, audacious goals? What are some of your dreams and your hopeful accomplishments that you really, really want to strive for? That's what I want to know. That's the fun one. That's the fun question. I love those. I want to know what you want to do, be, create, have in 2024. So these are some questions for you. I will add them to a Google folder and I will add the link to the comments here, or you can message me for that if I don't do that. So you can have something to sort of reflect on as you get ready to go into the new year. And I also wanted to invite you to a vision board workshop that I'm hosting on December 15th. That will be at my humble abode at my house. It'll be super nice and casual. We'll have some champagne. You can hang out. You can meet my cats. It's going to be a grand old time. And we're going to take a body-mind approach to your vision board process. So this is not just us going all willy-nilly saying we want Maseratis and we want a backyard with a super nice heated pool and we want this and we want that. This is a really deliberate, intentional, conscientious approach to creating the life that you really, really want. And it takes into consideration your values, your desires, and how you want to feel throughout the entirety of 2024. And we're going to take a really, really beautiful new approach to this. And I want you to be a part of it. So I'll add the link into the comments and reach out if you want these reflection questions to wrap up your 2023 in your inbox. And I can't wait to see you for this vision board workshop. This is going to be incredible. So yeah, shoot me a message if you're interested in that. Respond that you're going in the event page. And that's your Body Mind Bite for today, guys. I'll see you next time.